My family and I, we used to live in these apartment buildings, and a few buildings away from us was this guy named Fred. Fred was an absolutely amazing person. He was a black guy. Um, he played tennis because I would see him in his little tennis get up and holding a racket and stuff. And, he would play tennis, and apparently he was pretty good at it. From what I can remember, because this was about 43 years ago, maybe 44 years ago, he had this Volkswagen Scirocco, I think it was called. It was gray. It was a two-door coupe. It was nice. And Fred, he would always wave you down so that he could talk to you. And he would ask you, how was school? How are you feeling? He would ask you all these questions. And I was like, as a kid, it was a little intense to have someone talk to you for 15 minutes asking you all these questions and stuff. He didn't mean anything by it. He was just a nice guy. Actually, he was one of the nicest people that I've ever met in my life, even to this date. And I met a lot of people, all right? And I still remember this guy from 43 or 44 years ago. I think he was recently divorced at that time as well. I met his children once. He had a son and a daughter. So anyway, I would see Fred and, other kids, people that I would hang out with would see him, and he would wave us over, and we'd come over and he would talk to us. And even though he was so much taller than me, he would stoop down to my level so that I would feel comfortable talking to him, right? Which was pretty cool. It was cool talking to him. It's just sometimes it was a little intense as far as me being able to answer all these rapid fire questions so quick, right? So sometimes I would avoid Fred, if I saw him first before he saw me, sometimes I would duck out and, not hide, but, just kind of go the other way because I didn't want all the questions. I only did this maybe once or twice. So, but routinely we would talk and we'd have nice conversations. So I remember I didn't see him and I was like, this is weird. It's been a couple weeks and I haven't seen Fred. Where's Fred? I see his car, but where's Fred? So I saw my buddy Damon. I said, Damon, what happened to Fred? I said, I haven't seen him. He said, you haven't heard? I said, what? Haven't heard what? He said he had an aneurysm and he died. I didn't even know what an aneurysm was, but I just knew that, it was something that could hurt you. But my heart was broken because I was like, wow, I won't see my friend again. I won't see Fred. I believe his last name was Brown, Fred Brown. I would not see him again, and that broke my heart. So for anyone that's watching, if you have a Fred in your life, give them a call. Let them know how much they mean to you. I know these days everyone texts, but if you can get outside of your rules for just a second and just give them a call and just say, hey, I love you and I appreciate you. You're a great person. You make a difference in my life. And, what does this have to do with the Good Parent, Bad Parent podcast by Kenneth and Kenneth? It's because it's a collection of moments like this, with Fred that kind of help make up who you are. Because I would say that I have a little piece of Fred in me, as far as how I would handle things with my kids. I would talk to them. I would sit down. I would ask them questions like how Fred would ask me, right? So if you have a Fred in your life, take out a moment to let them know how much they mean to you. That's all I got.